Okay, the next item is item number 13, application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 15-0167, block 1015, lot 12, 217 to 247 West 43rd Street, the New York Times Building, an individual landmark, a neo-Gothic style skyscraper designed by Buckman and Fox and built in 1912 to 1913 with a French Renaissance style addition designed by Ludlow and Peabody and built in 1922 to 24, and a neo-Gothic style addition designed by Albert Kahn, Incorporated, and built in 1930 to 1932. This is an application to amend a previous approval for the installation of signage and the replacement of a clock and to extend the, and that's it. And this was an approval basically for a placeholder for signage at the tower, and the applicants are now returned. They have a tenant, and they were here to show you the final sign that will be located in that previously approved placeholder.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, commissioners. Excuse me. Reba Ashby, preservation staff. As Sarah mentioned, in 2009, the commission voted to approve a proposal to install signage at the tower on all 4 facades. This was a placeholder, so they approved a 1-line and a 2-line sign, depending on the tenant. You can see that this is some of the existing roof penetrations. The new signage will use a lot of the existing roof penetrations that the historic signage used. Here we have some of the details, and the new tenant is Yahoo, if you can tell from the old logo. So the proposal you're reviewing today is to amend the approved signage. The proposed signage is in keeping with what was previously approved in 2009. However, the color of the internally illuminated signage will go from purple instead of the previously approved white. You can see these are some proposed and existing views, which show the views of the tower from various thoroughfares.
One we see it.
We have
Purple went to white,
a
and this
proposed
one is
roof signage plan and
purple.
detail of this. Again, the signage will be installed at all 4 elevations of the tower, so you can see these 4 shots and then close-ups of the 4.
Whoa, go back to that one. Okay, go that one. And you don't have a Times elevation, do you, to put next to that one?
Sans serif.
There's a historic photo in the front.
Okay. Well, I think this says it all, but keep going.
And so then at this final page, you can see the details. So you've got the elevation and color palette, which has that iconic purple color. There's a material symbol here. It's the middle.
Okay.
And then a section of the
It's the exclamation
and then
point.
the final sheet is the details of the lettering. So.
But you certify, obviously, and you have examined that it meets all of those criteria that we had set up. So unless we need to hear from the signage expert, Cass, again, I'm prepared to, thank you though, Reba. Anybody need anything else?
No.
I mean, it's hard to comment on this one. I'll leave it the way it is, totally appropriate. Fred?
I just say Yahoo.
Okay. Michael?
I can approve it.
That was,
Okay.
I approve it.
okay. Anyone disagree? Okay. The end of an era. Certificate of appropriateness for New York Times Building, 217 West 43rd Street, New York Times Building individual landmark, neo-Gothic style skyscraper designed by Buckman and Fox, built in 1912, 1913 with a French Renaissance style addition, built in 1922, neo-Gothic addition by Albert Kahn, built in 1930. Application to amend a previous work for the installation of signage and replacement of a clock. That the placement and sign, recommend approval, that the placement and sign, size of the sign is consistent with the Commission conceptual approval that earlier, that the design, placement, proportions, and details of the proposed signage will be consistent with the historic signage at this building and are compatible with the building's design, that the purple color for the illuminated sign is consistent with the variety of colors used to illuminate signs at buildings around Times Square, that the presence of one color for a sign of this size at the top of a building with monumental and ornate facades will not draw undue attention away from the significant features of the building. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approved. Thank you.
We now have one last item.
Okay.
This is an application for a certificate of appropriateness for 78 Irving Place, and Sherida Paulson is the applicant.
What are we doing here? Uh-oh. Yikes. I sense a setup here. This is too high-powered a team. I don't know what to say. Approved. Proceed. Oh, my God. Open the hearing. Motion, please. Second without objection. Hey, June. Thanks.
Sherida Paulson from PKS Architects. This is an application to amend previously approved certificate